We've got the beginning of I think it's almost 11-hour print. I'm going to print all the motor pieces at one time. Everything except the stand. The stand, I think, adds at most another hour to it. But I've got another set of brackets, metal brackets I can use, or maybe I'll print the stand later. But I am really impressed on how good PLA is printing now. Again, I don't know if it's the Cura 4.4.1 that has made such a big difference. I'm thinking that it probably is, but it's really going great, so see how we do. Not real sure how many hours into the print we are. Maybe 4. Maybe a little more than 4. It says it's 35% done. I printed these bobbins to test the PLA to see how well it did circles, and it was beautiful. And I realized I am printing a narrow stator. Not that you can tell here, you won't be able to tell till it's done. Instead of the wide stator like I had planned yesterday. So I'll need to reprint. I don't need to reprint all the bobbins. I can reprint just the spindles there, because I designed it where the spindles will be sacrificed in the coil. I'll just glue them straight to it and put plastic on the sides, and that seems to wind really well like that. So anyway, it's humming away, looks great. 46% complete. Of course, that percentage is just kind of a, I don't know, estimate. That is not real precise, just kind of a general possibly there, but it's starting to look like something. Doing the filler there mostly. I figure that's a big space there in the middle of that where the bearings go. I was wondering if I could get something else to print in there, maybe the spindles for the bobbins to wind the coils on. Looks good. Moving along here at 62%, and I think that it'll go a lot faster now because we're on the final prints. It looks like we've almost finished the rotor. I don't know if it still needs another layer on it, and the same with the end cap. It just needs the bearing, what do you call it, the bearing piece housing to go in there. The stator is going to be complicated at this point. It's got a lot of little wire cutouts to do, and outer spacer there for the rotor is going to need a few more layers. I think it's like 6 centimeters as opposed to the rotor being 4 centimeters, something to that effect. But anyway, 62%. At 77%, and you can see the rotor only has a little, that collar in the center to finish for the shaft, and the same with the side cover over there. It still has the collar in the center it needs to print. I'm not sure if that spacer that's in the center of the stator still is going to print any higher. It looks like it's about still even, so it could be still printing. You can see the wire guides in the stator now. See it, the printer's working on that cover ring for the rotor. See, that rotor is going to look like this rotor, except it looks like I printed it thicker, so it'll be the same thickness as the magnets instead of them being sticking out like that. It seems like, well, reducing the thickness made the biggest difference. I reduced the thickness of the stator. I had it really thick, and I left the rotor as the thickness of the magnets. I'm kind of worried that the glue, you can see the glue there, I'm kind of worried that the glue will make it unbalanced. So maybe I'll use super glue instead of the Gorilla Glue next time. But I think that Gorilla Glue really is nice. Oh, it's so grainy. I don't have the light on. Anyway, now we're doing the collar on the rotor. Oh, here we go, back to the stator. I'm still curious if it's going to do more on that spacer in the center there. Anyway, 78%. Let's see how she goes. We're at 81%, and it has started printing the skin on the stator. And so that's well, it'll print 2 more layers. Then that's the final on that. And no, I can't see. It hasn't started on the rotor cover yet. So I think it's going to go pretty quick now. It's been printing 6, 7, 8 hours. Alright. See if it looks better with the light on here. Looks like the stator's finished printing. Yeah, that collar inside of there's finished printing, so the bearing housing needs to finish on that side cover. And what I say, we're at 85%. And I bet it's going to finish pretty darn quick. Can't remember if it's been 8 or 9 hours so far. I need to time it next time, put a, write down what time it starts and that kind of stuff. I kind of like this white, or I'll probably end up try painting it. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Okay, here we go. Okay, 90%. It just changed to 90%. And I was wrong. It put another layer on the stator. I hate to guess if it's finished with the stator or not. So, but like I said, it's going fast now. It'll finish up pretty quick, I think. Oh no. I'll say pretty quick, maybe another hour, hour and a half. I don't know. Anyway, pretty cool. 98%. It looks like the only thing left is that bearing housing it's working on. Everything looks absolutely great, just almost perfect. I'm curious to see if I got the holes for the magnets the right size. I think I made them 13 millimeter, and they're, gosh, I forget what half an inch is. It's 12.7 millimeters. That other rotor, I had to drill those holes out with a half-inch drill, and they dropped in really nice. So that's what I'm hoping, and anyway, it's looking really good there. Oh, that was it. I didn't get the camera going fast enough. It just completed printing. Yep, it looks really good. I should probably, yeah, I'm just going to pop these off and we'll pick up on this tomorrow. Okay, December 25th, 2019. Ooh, I got a light on. I guess that's nice. Okay, so turn this light on. Took how many hours yesterday? 11-ish to print this. I like this little soft bed. They peel off nice, but it's kind of weird. It's like it sticks to the, see, it's like it's stuck all the way through. I don't guess it damages it. Okay, so we got the rotor and the little rotor cover ring, spacer, stator with lots of grooves for the wires. Those are supposed to be for Hall sensors, but they look awful tiny. And this is PLA, so I don't think I can drill them out. But the holes for the coils should be big enough for the Hall transistor to fit in. I can't use these. These ended up, I printed the wide ones. I have to print some. Right now I'm going to print a set of small ones, but you see how this bolts onto the stator and the rotor will ride inside of there. And this, oops, this is the bearing housing. The bearings will go in there, the shaft will go through and through there, and then through the, so the rotor will rotate on the shaft. This will be the housing. Okay, that looks really nice. If we do a double rotor, then we'll have another housing covering this side, and we'll have a complete set of rotor and cover, well, rotor cover and housing over on the other side. And then we've got this spacer. That fits really nice. Yeah, so okay, so I need to print the coil sleeves, and I want to get the magnets and check them, see if they drop right in here. But God, that works so good. I don't know what it is that's working so good. I don't know if it's the settings on the new Cura software I downloaded, the upgrade I downloaded. I don't really see how it could be, but you know, it's magic. Anyway, I'm going to print that, and it's kind of bold and without in the garage when this thing started up. But, oh, we got one little bobble back there on the back, but for the most part it looks really good. These are just spacers and spindles. The big circles are spacers and the little circles are spindles that are going to go inside of the coils. So this is only supposed to be like a 30-minute print. Okay. The kit comes with a spatula, but I much prefer the little steak knife. It has a lot thinner blade on it, and I think things pop off. Well, I like it better. Anyway.